We are in front of the Israeli School, Universal Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was in the school: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Shalom. Shalom. You've been waiting for this day, so this day has finally come. A lot of you have been wondering where this knowledge that you've been hearing is coming from, and the powerful truth that you've been hearing, how this was established. Well, we finally were able to arrange for the priests to come down from New York and spend some time with us. And I'd like to introduce them if I can. These are some great brothers. We're very glad to have them with us. We want to make them feel as warm as possible, because this is their work and the extension of their work and what they've laid down some time ago. I'd like to introduce, first of all, priest and Sixth Shield General, 4th in command in the nation of Israel, Lahab. I'd like to salute this brother. Macho! Barak! Yeshabim, which means sit. And I'm going to turn it over now to Priest General Lahab.
Water, brother. I'd like to say this, starting off, we're very impressed at your school here, and we're very impressed to see that the brothers and sisters in Philadelphia think enough of the Most High and the Bible and the truth and your nationality to be a part of this, because most of the brothers and sisters are running from the truth.
You mean everything to me because I know you mean everything to Christ, and Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, that Father, this is real. Will you watch over me? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under your house shine, they ought to love one another, and they doing it.
Shalom, Israel. It's time to come get your full dose of truth for the week.
You got Mondays, history class, taught by Officer 500 Shariwan and Officer 500 Ahabawan. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, you got Word to the Unwise podcast from 6 to 7 p.m. Followed by the main event, Captain and Priest Hadarya Allah, teaching scripture breakdown, the Bible like you never heard it before. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Wednesday, we got Priest and Officer 1000 Awaja teaching you all about the law. Tune in. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday, you got myself, Priest and Officer 5000 Kazak Amaf, joined by Priest and Officer 500 Barak Yah, teaching you the Brotherhood class from 5 to 7 p.m. Friday, learn to speak Khattab. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
UPK soldiers got them killers with me, and I don't fuck with every spot cause it's too iffy. Real motherfucking prophet cause the Lord with me, but don't get that shit twisted, I got Drake's with me. Yeah, bitch, and it hold 50. Run up on me wrong, you gon' catch 60. Wait, you gon' catch 20. The other 30 for your homies, bitch, I got plenty. And I'll shoot this motherfucker till that clip empty. Taking orders from your bitch, you a fucking simpy. Shit, should be televised. The way I'm cutting niggas up, bitch, I'm a samurai. Niggas swear they in the truth, but telling hella lies. Stumping like you Greek, bitch, you Hellenized. The revolution gon' be televised, and what I see in my vision gon' leave you petrified.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
UPK soldiers lead cowards in awe. So fuck a gas stop, I came with 6 pumps in my car. My niggas ready to swing, we like kids at the park. So touch a chair around this bitch and we breaking your jaw. They think we Christian, but we not. Nothing about us is soft. I don't know what you niggas on, but that shit get you off. We booted up. We came to take zones for real. Black 40 under my garment, I be dressed to kill. Fourth dimension sit linger, I be fresh for real. Putting scripts on your corners, but these here ain't pills. We rock covers. You official if you know those drills. Bread and water, you official if you know those meals. Yeah, you niggas soldiers get rolled over. You got police in your pocket, I got a judge in my holster. Oppressors out to get us, so remain sober. Or be chained to them chains till there's nothing that remains of us. A cult leader like Christ, we got the same culture. I bang on them, tell my enemies the reign's over. I up the cig and keep pulling like a chain smoker. The game ain't changed, One West stayed the same on them.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
Niggas talking prophets, yeah, we got plenty. We the reason why it's Israelites around the city. Call Kazak, tells the rock, bring Shamar out. We about to slide on them, see what niggas talking about. Young dog think he wise cause he a Kim head. That shit lame, they didn't survive, nigga, Kim is dead. Where I'm from, little nigga, is a dirty game. I pledge allegiance to Yahweh, bitch, I'm UPK. Nigga, let's talk bodies. Set up on your corner, wake up everybody. Big priest, until I'm dead deceased. The mission is complete until you're off the street. So y'all on the internet, stumping down the street. But take the poor and the weak. Touch your sister or a brother, you gon' be sleep. But take the poor and the weak.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga?
Fucking with the brothers, then I'm giving out major pain. Clip full of ball heads, I'm shooting out Damon Wayans. Driven ambition, I ain't never changing lanes. Wise as an old man, but I ain't slanging cane. This ain't a game, this shit way deeper than rap. You speaking the cap, but the shit y'all speaking is cap. I'm 5,000, but I still keep it a stack. I'm in the truth, not cause back then I was seeking the fact. Crying loud for the niggas just deep in the back. And the Lord with me, ain't no reason for keeping the strap. We peep the attacks, niggas say we ain't speaking the facts. Stealing breakdowns every time we teaching in class. Niggas snitching, y'all out here squeaking with rats. We be on the street corners teaching that Jesus is black.
We on 125th Street, Harlem, nigga, you see where we at?
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear,
hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West.
Ironic.
You know the truth is the truth, that's all I know. Cry loud and spare not, you gon' get exposed. A few real niggas left, you not one of those. Real soldiers, we was born to stand 10 toes. If he ain't one West, that nigga not one of mine. He got a purple 12, me, I got a black 9. The truth is the wife of my youth, chopper my concubine. Had to die to get my rib, that bitch forever mine. You know the game, a bishop gotta be blameless. But GMS teaching niggas to be rapists. They screaming we snitch. When Joel Morgan was killed by your brother, y'all ain't say shit. Real prophets only dwell in the UPK, PSA, we don't sign NDAs. Real prophets only dwell in the UPK, PSA, we don't sign NDAs.
Hey, 100 deep, 100 shields on, that's 100 priests. 100 boots, that's 200 feet. Tongue like a sword when I fucking speak. Teach you how to fish instead of fucking leech. Stop selling drugs instead of trying to fuck with Meech. Knowledgeable, but I'm rude in my fucking speech. Life is about warfare, not no fucking peace. Hey, bitch, I cry loud when I fucking speak. Make them wait a year before they fuck with me. Turn a street nigga to a fucking priest. Cross a priest, and I promise you forever sleep.
Shalom. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Shalom. We are the ISUPK, started out at 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And what we do is we teach blacks, Native Americans, Hispanics, who they are according to the truth of the Bible. And if you're not in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, you're not learning the truth. You're not in the truth. We want to say Yahba Shem Yahshua Brakatah to the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Lathabah Shem Yahweh to the sisters. Tonight is Monday night's history class. And the class is the history of our people and music. Sir?
God. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat, the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Shem Yahshua the sisters.
Salakia, sir, you sound a little muffled.
Khan, testing, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You was just a little muffled.
Okay, Khan, Salakia. Yeah, shalom to the brothers. Yahweh Shem Shabbat to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar Shem Yahshua to the sisters. Like Priest and Officer Ahava said, we got an excellent class tonight. We're gonna go into what do they call it? Ahava Negro spirituals.
Yeah, we're gonna get them Negro spirituals out there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We're gonna see how, you know, our music has evolved in this kingdom. You know what I mean? It's something extremely heavy that Ahabawan brought to my attention. You know what I mean? And it's what's the word? It's how much our music has evolved and changed from, you know, once upon a time being something good, being something uplifting, you know, being something that we use to, you know, traverse this hell inside of America, to being music where, you know, we got artists like Sexy Red now. The Lord knows what's coming out of that sister's mouth. I mean, and it's very sad the destruction that, you know, companies like BET has done on our people. You know what I mean? Of course, you know, we know in the UPK, these companies, BET and things like this, they are run by our oppressor. You know what I mean? And the Bible says never trust your oppressor.
Damn right.
We have to be mindful of the tools that he uses, you know, to further our destruction as a people. Because music today is not what it used to be. Even going back, 50 years old?
last 50 years, music today ain't what it was in the last since the 80s.
Wow.
Since hip hop changed the game up. When did gangster music come out? 85.
Probably, 80s, probably 80s, early 90s.
Probably late 80s, early 90s.
Oh.
Yep, that's when because one of the biggest was NWA to get it pushed off, sir. I want to pull out a couple scriptures before we get started, and these are some scriptures that are pertaining to music. Understand is that our people use music in prayer, worship, use music to do just about some of everything, from healing to studying to, whatever you can name, right? So what I'm gonna bring out, this is First Chronicles 15 and let's do Colossians 3:16. It says, let the word of the Lord dwell in you richly, teaching and admonishing one another in all wisdom, singing psalms and hymns and spiritual songs with thankfulness in hearts to God, right? And thankfulness in hearts, Salakia, in your hearts to God, right? So understand we use music not only to uplift ourselves to worship, but we use it to lift up each other, right? You got to understand this. You might be feeling down, and then you hear a certain song come on, and a certain song come on. You all right? Now your mood going up. Understand, music affects moods, right? You hear a nice song with a nice beat, and you're at work, and it gets you going, right? Now you working and you going. Then on the contrary, is that you might hear a song talking about, kill nigga, do this, that, and other thing, and next thing you know, you strapped up angry at your brother because he stepped on your shoe. So music can affect you in multiple different ways, right? I want to pull up something real quick about the effects of music on the brain. Right? You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it says, this is an AR overview. It says music profoundly affects the brain by activating nearly all the regions, triggering emotion, dopamine release, enhanced cognitive. Slug it, sir.
Go ahead.
Enhanced cognitive functions like memory, focus, creativity, reducing stress, and even altering brain structure, especially as musical training, which boosts connectivity and improves skills like language and spacious reasoning. It engages sensory, motor, memory, and emotional networks, influencing mood, motivation, and social bonding. And that's a heavy one right there. It experiences social bonding. Understand the reason why that social bonding is so heavy, because what do we see in our community today? Right? What do we see in our community today? We see some, how can I say, some nigga hating niggas. Right? Understand, look at the music that we listen to, right? In today's society. You listen to the Sexy Reds and the City Girls, and now you at the red light twerking on the headlights. Look how our women dress, right? Our women dress according to how they feel, right? I feel sexy today, so she wanna, for some reason, a woman feels sexy and she wanna go out naked. That's one thing I never understood. Even when I was in the Christian church, I didn't understand how you feel sexy and you go outside naked. It means that you feel provocative. If you go outside naked, you feel provocative, right? And a lot of these women that go outside provocative, guess what? They probably got a man at the crib. And how many men tell them like, hey, baby, You can't go outside like that. I'm gonna tell my ribs, hey, you can't go outside like that. I don't need you to go outside showing off all your goodies. These is my goodies. Leave my cupcakes, leave my cookies in the drawer at the crib. Some kids watching today, so I have to be politically correct. Right, sir? So understand is that on social bonding, and it says, as a powerful tool for mental well-being and neurological health, right? Think about the cognitive abilities of music. Understand this is that we did a class, Cap did a class a couple weeks ago. He was talking about the effects of weed on the brain. And as much as music affects the cognitive, in a upward and increasing, weed is the complete opposite. Right? It says, as far as your memory and focus, music improves attention, concentration, and memory recall, associated with memory often being very resilient. Right? You try to wonder why your kids remember all these songs. Right? You wonder why your kids remember all these different tunes, because it's music. It's designed, right? That's it's designed for you to do that. Look at this. Look at your neuroplasticity. It says learning music promotes brain plasticity, helping the brain form new connections, improving spacious reasoning and problem solving. Right? With the brain developing to music, it increases your problem solving abilities. Right? It increases your reasoning abilities, right? Or it can decrease it. The proof is our young brothers and young sisters right now are getting so upset with one another, right? I remember back in the day, in our days, I'm up a bit age. We get into it with you. We fight, we throw hands. 2-3 days later, guess what? We friends again. That doesn't happen anymore. But the music has changed from the 80s and the 90s. When I was growing up to, now we in 2025. So the music now is, back then we was listening to We All in the Same Gang, self-destruction, music, hip hop that came out that promoted us coming together, right? The scripture tells us to come together, right? With the scriptures telling us to come together, O nation that is not desired, it tells us to come together. Our music that we listen to, and I'm talking about hip hop in the 80s and the 90s. Well, in the early 80s and in some of the end ladies. When did We All in the Same Gang come out? 90 what? Right around 91, 92? Right? So understand is music back then was saying, hey, brothers, let's come together. Right? Sisters, let's come together. Let's uplift our community. You have music saying go to college. Right? You have music saying get an education. Music saying help your brothers and sisters. That's what you had then, right? And the reason why I bring all these things up, because I'm gonna go back to that article, but it's something that I want you to know about music, because we use music during slave times, right? And during slave times, our oppressors also had music. And with them also having music, guess what they did to us? That's what they told us to do. They wanted us to sing them a song that make them feel good. Sing them a song that make them happy. Let me pull that scripture to prove it to you. It's in Psalms. I got it in my notes. Right. Give me, if I may, sir.
Yeah, I can read for you.
137. I'll grab it. I got a 137 and 1, starting in 1 to 3. So I'll grab it real quick, and then I would like for you to, give your accountability of it, if I may.
No, sir.
Yes. Psalms 137. I'm looking at 37. I said 137 and 1. 137 and 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look. So look at this. This is Psalms 137 and 1. It says, by the rivers of Babylon, right? Understand where we at now. America is the modern day Babylon, right? There we sat down, yea, we wept. What are we doing now? We at a low state, right? We sitting down in the dirt right now. We at a low state. And with us being in a low state, we are, as a whole, we are weeping. The Bible says that our gates are languished, right? We don't have any protection. We don't have any protection, right? And if you don't have any protection, anybody can come about and beat the hell out of you and take advantage of you and do anything they want to do to you because you are unprotected, right? Look what's going on right now. Trump is bombing those everything that come out of what's that, Venezuela. He says that it's drug boats. But how do we know he did the investigation to prove that there's drug boats? You know, the Venezuelans are saying these is fishing boats, and Trump is saying it's drug boats, right? So how do we know who to believe? With that being said, the Venezuelans, do they have an air force to protect these so-called fishing boats from Trump's air force? Because technically, Trump is no longer in America when he goes to fire on these drug boats. Right now, if these drug boats was near the American coast, you know, I could say, you know what, these was drug boats near the American coast, Trump. I understand why you did it. But for him to fly, you know, troops over there into somebody else's airspace, it seems like he's trying to start a war to me. But I will continue with this. It says, when we remember Zion. It's like, yes, sir. Okay, when we remember Zion, verse 2, we hang our harps. Understand, harps are musical instruments upon the willows in the midst of thereof. And look what they did for us. He says, verse 3, for there they that carried us away captive required of us a song. Why would they require you a song? He said, and they wasted us, required of our mirth, saying, sing us one of the songs of Zion. So understand is that our oppressor loves our songs, right? The people that carry us off into captivity loved our songs. And they loved our songs because it was a catchy tune to them. Their songs was trash, right? Their songs were not as good as the children of Israel songs. But what did our music do for us?
And if I may add to that,
please.
You know what I mean? It's like, and something we see is that you ever see a concert where we got our people up there, you know, put it on there, what do they call it, a tour or whatever it is. It is full of nothing but oppressors.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You'll have, Lil Wayne up there, and you will have a crowd of 10,000 Edomites sitting in that crowd listening to our music. They love our song. They absolutely love our song. And they love hearing us sing about our destruction.
Yes. Well, you gotta understand this. If your slaves escaped, because technically we escaped, right? They say they freed the slaves. No. Something happened and they escaped. We need to figure out how to get these slaves back, right? And I was just telling the individual the other day, sir, that white people don't want us in their neighborhoods. Think about it. They don't want us in our neighborhoods. You've seen many occasions where a black family moves into a predominantly white neighborhood, and the first thing that happens is they get nigger painted on the garage. Paint nigger across the front of the house. Spray painted. Understand this. And it was a comedian, Paul Mooney, who said this. He said that the issue with white people is that they no longer own us. He said they no longer own us because when they owned us, Right now, they don't want us in their damn neighborhoods. When they owned us, we was in their house. So when they owned us, we was in their house. Right? Now they don't want us in the neighborhood. Right? It's getting to the point now where they're coming to our neighborhoods. That's why you got stories about Seneca Village, Rosewood, and Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. That's why they're coming into our neighborhoods. Like, you don't want us in your neighborhoods, we're gonna build ours. Then what you do? Next thing you do, you see a pickup truck with a Confederate flag hanging off the back of it, ran through your neighborhood. What was that? Cleveland? They just had that. The nationalists just marched through a couple months ago.
I'm not sure.
It was a city in Ohio. There's always some crazy stuff happening in Ohio. But look, what does music do? What do we use music for? Right? During the slave days, you know, we spoke about us using it for praising, us using it for worshiping and things like that, right? But understand this, some other things that went down with music. We use music as a form of communication. It was a coded language for us, right? I'm gonna look up music as a coded language, sir. And understand, we use music as a coded language because for a long time, the oppressor, even though we spoke their English, Slakia? I thought you said something. Even though we spoke their English language, we coded their English language and song that they did not understand, to the point where they have classes. They have classes right now about hip hop that teach them how to understand and break down hip hop so they know that what we are saying.
Yeah.
Right. And it's the same thing to the to our Issachar and Ephraimite tribe brothers and sisters, because soon as one of those brothers and sisters get to speak in Spanish over here, what's the first thing they're told? Speak English. Right? Speak English. So they go out and learn Spanish because they want to know what they're saying. Esau does not want you sneaking up on him speaking a language that they don't understand, because they don't want you to get the drop on him. That's why he studied your language before he removed you out of Africa, and removed you out of the southern out of the Caribbean states, and removed you out of, think about it, we was running Europe in the Dark Ages. That's the transatlantic slave trade. So they pulled you from a language and an area in a city that you knew, and told you not longer to speak your language. You know why? So I can know what you're talking about. I can know what you're talking about. So now they got classes so they can understand our music, so that they can assume that they know what we're talking about. You got something, sir?
Khan, did you want to finish out in that verse?
Say that again?
Did you want to keep reading in Psalms 137, or were you done there?
Oh, I was done there.
Okay, Khan, if I may.
Please.
You know, because I want to give like an idea of a flip side of the songs we sang. You know what I mean? Like, in songs we seen the oppressor, you know, requiring us to sing the songs of Zion. But when you read in Exodus 15, you see an example of the songs that we sang, you know, coming out of freedom to our Lord. This is Exodus chapter 15 and verse 1.
You want me to grab it?
I got it. It says, "Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. The Lord is my strength and song. and he has become my salvation. Like, we have some cold ass songs inside of Israel. And many times, like Ahabawan's about to get into, you know, we singing songs of our salvation.
Yes, sir.
We're singing songs of the Lord destroying our enemies. You know what I mean? The Lord, you know, throwing his military into the sea. That's a beautiful thing for the children of Israel. And so many times today, you know, we as a people, you know, we'll come together and we'll talk about, you know, how destructive the music is nowadays. You know what I mean? We come together nowadays and you know, we'll praise brothers and sisters, you know, who try to sing songs that uplift our people. Because that's the music that we need. There's no better music than what we have in the ISUPK.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? And this song, this music is so empowering, so uplifting. I mean, it'll encourage a movement. It'll encourage a rebellion. It'll wake up the mighty men. You know what I mean? It'll wake up brothers. You know what I mean? Who normally might just be at home getting high every day, smoking weed, looking at the oppression of their people. Whereas we listen to some good music, this music will uplift us to fight for our people. You know what I mean? Think about going to camp, Ahabawan. You go to camp, you look for the baddest EPK tune to help fire you up because it's inspiring us to go to war. It's inspiring us to fight for our people. That's the kind of music we need. And this is the kind of music that we had, like where we had brothers coming up with these songs to get out of slavery. Singing songs to give different trade routes and slave routes to find their freedom. Music is such a powerful tool that we can use, and we need to come back to the Bible and see what good music really is.
Damn right. Damn right. If I may, sir. A lot of our people know the song Wade in the Water, right? Could you, if possible, could we play a little bit of that? Do you get that, or do you need me to send it to you?
I got it pulled up.
Yeah. So Wade in the Water. Now, with these old Negro spirituals, old Negro hymns, understand is that what was the song Wade in the Water talking about, right? Wade in the Water, understand what it was doing was, it was a song basically telling you when you running from your slave master's house and you trying to get away, you had to go to the north. It was telling you to run in the water, right? Get in the water because the dogs can't smell your scent in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Could you play some of that, sir? Then maybe after that we hear some of the comments.
Sure.
Right. Understand when we spoke earlier that some of these songs were that we used during slavery, right? It was work songs, and these were navigation songs and warning songs. This is what our music did. It navigated our people. It warned our people. It didn't tell us to destroy our people like the music that we hear today. Please go ahead, sir.
In the water, wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Gods are gonna trouble the water. See that band all dressed in white. Gods are gonna trouble the water. The leader looks like the Israelites.
Pause that right there, sir. So understand during slavery, we knew. When we coming over into slavery, we knew who we are. He said the leader looked like what?
The Israelites.
The leader looked like the Israelites. So it didn't say the leader looked like the Christian, the pastor, right? Continue, please, sir.
On the trouble, the water. Wade in the water. Oh, wade in the water, children. Wade in the water. God is gonna trouble. God's gonna trouble the water. Oh, see that band all dressed in red. God's gonna trouble the water. Ooh, it looks like the band that Moses led. God's gonna trouble the water.
Understand this is that it's telling our people about different notation that's being placed out in the that's being looked about. It's giving them warning signs, right? The first one was white, the second one is red. It's giving us warning signs, and it's telling us to follow these warning signs, right? In the music. Now, our oppressors think we just sing it, because think about this: they're in the field at the time, they're picking cotton. And our oppressors just hear one of them old tunes like we just read in Psalms 137. They want to hear one of those old Negro spiritual songs, not knowing that we're using this, our music is coded. And we're using this music to do what? Tell our people how we're going to escape and run from their ass right up under their nose. Please, sir, could you continue?
Gonna trouble, yes he will. Oh, God is gonna trouble. God's gonna trouble the water. There's healing in the water, yeah. Deliverance in the water.
Listen to the ad-libs. Deliverance in the water.
My God is gonna trouble the
So we're going to take this waterway, and we're going to use this waterway to escape our oppression. You got something, sir?
No, not sure.
Say not yet. But that's how we communicated, right? That's how we used to navigate. That's how we used to speak to one another in song and in code, so that we could go ahead and escape this oppression, right? Because we thought that, okay, with us communicating to one another, we were linking up, we're going to go, right? They had songs to tell you which day of the week, what time that folk were going to escape, that folk were going to leave. Right now, one of my favorite movies, sir, that I have to bring up, that I really, really, really think you should go see, is Django. Right, and you see some of this in the movie Django. You see some of this in I really didn't like movies like I didn't really like Roots. 12 Years a Slave. It's another movie about a brother that was free, and then they kidnapped him and put him in slavery. He was in slavery for 12 years, right? But you see how they use these Negro spirituals in those movies, and then those to escape the dogs, right? And escape the oppressors and the slave, what they call the slave catchers. Let's see, who we got checking in, sir?
I got it. We got Nasaga Bar, Carolyn Rasville, Maria, Aisha Banat, and Princess Noah.
We're just checking in. No questions, no comments. Hey, before you, go ahead.
No, Kyle. Yeah, everybody just checking in. Just checking.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe this class. Let's get them algorithms up so we can reach our people. Like, share, and subscribe. It just take you a couple taps. You know, share it to all your friends. Share it to all your families. We got some family members on here that need to hear this word. Right? I had a individual in my family when I told them about them hanging up Christmas lights and stuff like that. This individual said, I just like to celebrate. I said, well, you know, God has holidays that you can celebrate, but I like to celebrate everything. I was like everything. She said, if it was a KKK day, I'll celebrate that. And I said, hang that black ass from a tree. She said if it was a KKK day, she would celebrate that. And I was like, that's every day. That's every single day. So look, sir, I got another article real quick. Right, and this is the, it says, music is the hidden language of the soul. It says the phrase music is the hidden language of the soul means music communicates deeply, emotionally, memories, and experience beyond words. Connecting directly to an inner self offers healing, solace, and a sense of universal belonging by bypassing logic and reaching our core being. Now, there are people who have a tough time communicating, right? And with them, if you listen to these people that have a tough time communicating, if you go and listen, a lot of times they can't communicate to you with words, but they can communicate to you with music, right? When they communicate to you with the music, they're using this music to say what they want to say because they don't know how to express those words. And right here, it says emotional expression. So music conveys feelings like joy, sadness, and love that words often can't articulate, acting as an emotional outlet and escape. So sometimes when you know, this is another thing, you know, being a brother in the UPK, you have to learn is that sometimes your rib or your husband, you know, may not, you know, ladies, your husband may not be able to say exactly what he want to say, and he put a song on, right? She may not be able to say exactly what she want to say, and she put a song on. And that song will express how she is feeling, understanding, or the words she might want to say. She might want to praise you, and she don't know how to do that. So she put a song on about, you know, I don't know. There ain't too many songs that praise black men now that's made by women. You know, back in the day, you used to hear a lot of them, right? So she might put on one of those songs. You know, I'm a king or something by T.I. Right? So, you know, there's a young lady by the name of Shirley Pepsi Riley, and she wrote a song called Thanks for My Child, right? And it was expressing how, you know, she was thankful to God for blessing her with a child. We read multiple stories in the Bible where these women are barren, right? And with them being barren, they go and pray. Samuel's mother was barren, and she prayed and prayed and prayed, and the Lord blessed her with Samuel, right? And she told Samuel, she told the prophet at the time, hey, if the Lord bless me with a child, I'm gonna dedicate this child. What's she say? I'm gonna lend this child to the Lord. That's in 1 Samuel. You mind if I pull that, sir?
Go ahead.
Right, that's 1 Samuel. Let's see. Right here. Went up to the Lord. 1 Samuel 1. 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 I'm gonna start at 9. This is 1 Samuel 9. This is Hannah's prayer. So Hannah rose up after they had eaten in Shiloh, and after they had drank. Now Eli the priest sat upon a seat by a post of the temple of the Lord. Verse 10. And she was bitter in soul and praying unto the Lord, and she wept sore. Verse 11. And she vowed a vow and said, O Lord of hosts, if thou wilt indeed look on the affliction of thy handmaid, and remember me, and not forget thy handmaid, but will give unto thy handmaid a man child. She wanted a little boy. Right. Then I will give him unto the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head. Right? So understand, the prophet, if you continue reading, the prophet thought she was drunk. Right? She wasn't drunk. She was just sorrow and in mourning. Right? Because she wanted a child. Right? She said, if you look farther down, she said, I had no strong drink or no wine. And, I just come up here. I'm trying to pray to the Lord to give me a baby. Right? She wanted a man child. So when the child was born, right, which was Samuel, guess what? They went ahead and sacrificed bullocks. Sound like a cookout to me. What about you, sir? Yep. Right? They went ahead and then they rejoiced. And look, if you go to Samuel, 1 Samuel, we're going to go to chapter 2. It says, Hannah prayed and said, my heart rejoices in the Lord. My horns is exalted in the Lord. My mouth is enlarged over thy enemy. So she's singing and screaming and shouting, right? Understand when you're happy, a different type of music come out, right? When you're in prayer and when you're in mourning, a different type of music comes out, right? When you're celebrating, a different type of music comes out. Think about the different type of music that we have right here, like you were saying earlier. So right here in the ISUPK, one of my favorite songs is, and it was probably one of the first songs I listened to when I started my walk with the UPK, sir. It was a Shar for my people. If look, Israel, we got to play this song. You got to hear this. If you ain't heard it, you got to hear it. So, I sent it to you. Right? For my people. And you have to listen to this song, because this is one of the songs that when I go to camp, I'm gonna listen to some Captain Cod, I'm gonna listen to some Zarak, I'm gonna listen to some Quadash, I'm gonna listen to some Kazak, I'm gonna listen to some Barakia, I'm gonna listen to them, right? I'm listening to some a bunch of different stuff, but this song right here, I'm gonna listen to this song, and when I first pull off, and this is gonna be the last song I want to listen to, right when I'm unloading for the campsite, right? And Baba Kashai, if I may, sir, could you please play the song?
You play that, August?
Yeah, just play a little bit. They don't need to hear much. Play about 30, 40 seconds.
Give me a minute.
Yeah, so you got to understand is that music gets us in a different type of mood. You could be down and listen to some uplifting music and it'll lift you up. Like the Christian church is profound about listen. It was an article that Cap brought out. I wish I could have brought that article out about how they understand how music affects people, and it puts you in a certain type of mood, and they use that type of music and those type of chords to reach into a person's pocket. The Christian church uses music to reach into your pocket. They know that certain type of chords, have you a feeling of like Zen, as they use. Oh yeah, that's it right there. Now, Israel, this is what I want y'all to do. Y'all got to understand is that we're talking about the history of music and our people, right? And this is some of the songs, like when brothers is ready to go to war, we have to listen to some songs music that's going to prepare us for war, because we have to get out. We're not about to listen to some song about what's that? Jodeci, Forever My Lady, and we about to go to war. Yeah, we gonna listen to that, baby girl. I'm gonna listen to that when it's me and you. You know, but right now I'm going to war. You got the kids at home. I'm going to war. So since I'm going to war, I gotta pop it on.
And if I can add one thing, you know, and we're not going to war against our own people.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? Like, we're not putting on music that's just talking about killing each other or slacking, unaliving each other. You know, a black man unaliving another black man or Hispanic man. Like you really got to understand the music that they have out there nowadays. You know what I mean? It's so diabolical. But this music right here, this will change the nation.
Damn right.
Let me play this.
Yeah, this for my people. This for my people. This for my people. Yeah, this for my people. This for my people.
If I may, the first thing he's warning you about when this song first comes on, he said, "This for my people. This ain't for nobody else. This song ain't for this Bible ain't for nobody else, right? Understand these classes that we teach ain't for nobody else. This for my people. Now, we want other people to go ahead and like and share it. You know, look at it. We don't mind, but this for my people." Continue, please, sir.
This for my people. Yeah, this for my people. Fuck the white man, 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 fuck the white man. Painted by the Spanish, did a whole lot of damage. Shit was outlandish, banks got branded. Split up all the families, then shipped across the Atlantic. So many died from the famine. Threw the dead bodies overboard, sharks ate them like salmon. I know you can't stand it.
What is he explaining in this song? Anybody know what he explained in this song? He's explaining some of the things that went on during the transatlantic slave trade, while those ships were out there on the ocean, what was going on, right? And when you hear this, when we hear this, it's like, damn, that's what they did to us. I got to go out here and blaze today. I got to blaze. What did he say? He said that, you know, people jumped overboard, you know. People jumped overboard. People were thrown off the ship, right? Could you run that back, please, for about 10 seconds, sir? Listen to what he's saying.
Split up, did a whole lot of damage. Shit was outlandish, banks got branded. Split up all the families, then shipped across the Atlantic. So many died from the famine. Threw the dead bodies overboard, sharks ate them like salmon. I know you can't stand it. I spit the truth, goddammit. Big business got managed, dig it double back. Came to pick up all the blacks. We'll speed up our back, we never got to relax. Pretend to set us free, but then you double back without a crack. The type of game that you play, hey, to keep it real, I ain't going for it. Beat a couple court cases, had a warrant for it. Told my mama if I ever did time, I'ma raise up the whole yard. Had my lawyer like, oh Lord, this attorney added more charges. No problem, I ain't tripping. Thumbing through the scriptures. Muhammad said the Lord with you, boy.
He said, Muhammad said the Lord with you. Right? Understand this is that he's speaking about some of the things that he went through. He told his mama, he said, hey, if I got to go sit down, I'm going to raise up the whole yard. Then if you listen to it, he said, he talked to General Muhammad, got counsel from General Muhammad. Muhammad said, the Lord with you, boy, that's a small issue. Right? So understand, he made this song after all that, sir. I know you got something.
Yeah, no, it's heavy. You know what I mean? It's funny. I never listened to the lyrics too tough on this before. I just love the chorus. Yeah, I listen to the chorus all day long. But yeah, no, that's a heavy thing. That's a powerful thing, and again, it reminded me of Exodus chapter 15. You know, we're singing to the Lord, praising the Lord for destroying the military of our enemies. You know what I mean? Something that we pray for in the ISUPK, the destruction of Esau's military.
Yes, sir.
Our oppressor's military. That's a very beautiful thing. And then, you know, as well in these songs to educate people. You know what I mean? Like it's such a cool thing. Something Captain Darcy had said to me the other day. You know, and it said, you'll send your child, you'll send a 1-year-old, you know what I mean, 1.5-year-old to a daycare, and they're indoctrinating your kids with Christmas.
Yes.
Indoctrinating your kids with Easter. They are shoving that shit down their throats every day. So now, why do I, as a parent, have to wait till the child's 13 years old to teach them about slavery? Hell no.
When they teach them about
Christmas, they're gonna listen to this music. By the time they're 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds, they're gonna be singing these songs, and they're gonna get it in their memory of, oh wait, we were on slave ships. They had thrown us overboard on these slave ships. That's gonna be something that I ingrained in my child's memory. Because they need to know who the devil is. They need to know who their enemies are. They need to know that there's danger around them. They need to know that their parents are going to protect them from danger.
Yeah, right.
Sending your kids to a Catholic church to get molested by a priest. Kids aren't safe there. Like, this music right here is so powerful. And for a brother to go to council before coming out with the song, like in Deuteronomy, it speaks on the Lord telling Moses to set up wise men of understanding, you know, amongst our people. We got brothers like General Muhammad, General Mayat, you know, General Hajj, General Q, General Shalomar, you know what I mean, General Katham. We got wise brothers, wise men of understanding. You know what I mean? We're in the zone. We got Cap Hadar right here. We can pick up the phone and call him on anything.
You can call up Captain Hadar. You can call up Captain Akkad.
Yeah.
Think about this. Captain Akkad was just sitting right there the other day. Right? You can call up Captain Hadar Yala. You know, think about the powerful men that we could call up. You could call up Laban, right? You could call up, you know, I done mentioned some of the brothers already, and they putting out music, right? Any brother you can call up Captain Mawquad, and he in Chicago right now.
He'll give you the coldest bars.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You call Cap Hadar and say, "Hey, Slacky Cap, I need a couple bars for this." Cap gonna be like, "Okay, well." So.
Yep, just lost the tablet. Should have charged it.
Yeah, I mean, but really, like this counsel that we get, you know, to then go and put, you know, just an ounce of that wisdom in some music, man, that would help our nation.
Hey, this for my people. Right? What did Christ say? Christ said, "This for my people," right? And let me pull the scripture up, because people don't understand when I tell them, Christ said, "This for my people." I'm gonna go to Matthew real quick. What was it 15? Matthew 15. I think it's 15 to 24. Yep. This is what Christ said. Christ said, "This for my people." This is Matthew chapter 15 and verse 24, right? This is what this brother right here, just that song said, "This for my people." He got it from Christ. The brother is speaking like Christ when he said, "This for my people," because Christ said here, he said in Matthew 15 and 24, he says, but matter of fact, we'll go up to 20. You want me to go up to 22, sir? And get some content behind it?
You got it.
All right. So this is Matthew 15 and 22. It said, "And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy unto me, O Lord, thou son of David. my daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. Now you got to understand, they were in the shores of Tyre and Sidon, and this was a Canaanite woman that came unto the Christ and the disciples, and this Canaanite woman was trying to get her daughter healed. She had seen and had heard of Christ and his disciples and what was going on when they ran into their people, right? Understand, you know, it's a lot of things that Christ did that was not recorded. So think about the healings and the miracles that he performed, right? So this white woman heard of it, right? And she says, my daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. 23, but he answered her not a word. Christ ignored the shit out of this lady.
Not a word.
And look, think about this. Sometimes when people come to you saying some crap, you will at least say, you know, get the F away from me. Get the hell on, man. Leave me alone. Get out my face. He said, Christ answered her not. He didn't say sugar, honey, iced tea to her ass. He didn't say nothing to her. Imagine somebody talking to you and you like this the whole time. Christ didn't even acknowledge that the woman was there. Right? He didn't even acknowledge that the woman was there. You know why? Because this for our people. This for my people. That's what Christ was saying. This was my people. And look what he said after that, right? So, please.
Yeah, if I may, you know, and not only did he not answer her, but he's ignoring this woman's pain. Like, she comes up saying my daughter is in pain. And Christ don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like you gotta really picture that, Albawan. Like you think about a man, a homeless man coming up to you at a gas station, and you can see that they're troubled. You can see they're in pain. You know, see their agony, see that they're struggling. This woman came up to Christ in pain. She has a daughter that is sick. Like, and you got to picture a woman. You know, women are emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You coming up to somebody pleading to them saying, my daughter is sick. Saying it like it means something. Like maybe somebody will have some compassion because it's a child. I'm a mother reaching out.
Know what to remind me of?
Anybody coming up to pray.
What's that? If I may, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's that foundation that they use to it be all on the news? They take donations to help these kids with different type of ailments like cancer and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of it. If somebody know the name of the foundation, please put it in the chat.
Red Cross?
It's not the Red Cross. It's another foundation. It's kind of like so what they do is they house, you know, children with serious ailments and their parents, right? So now the parents don't have to, you know, they don't have to pay for housing and they don't have to pay for medical bills. They just got to be there to be supportive of the children, right? That's dealing with whatever ailment. So imagine she's saying my daughter is grievously vexed with the devil, right? Just say whatever ailment she's dealing with, right? Now you have the power of this organization to help and heal, and you don't even acknowledge it. Yeah, oh, you can do this because think about it. She's saying, "Oh, son of David," right? My Lord, son of David. She's like, they understand that. She understands who he is. She understands the power and the authority that he has, right? And he ignored. You know what that reminds me of? What's going on right here in the black community right now, where Donald Trump knows what's going on in the community. He knows that he can send some finances down here to fix some of these things that's going on. Look at the schools. You can't have school books and the kids ain't got tissues in the school. You understand? These children are grievously vexed in school and they have to go to school. It's a law that they have to go to school, right? So, you know, they don't have books in school. They don't have adequate, the classes are overcrowded. They don't have adequate teachers. They don't have teachers with the adequate certifications to be, you know, to help these students reach the next level. A lot of these students are being just passed on because of this No Child Left Behind, thing, right? And with these children being just passed on, think about this. These children are vexed, and the government can heal it. And guess what the government do? Don't even acknowledge them. The government doesn't even acknowledge them. But look at this, sir. Right, it says 23, it says, but he answered her not a word, right? And the disciples came to him and besought him, saying, send her away, for she cries out. So not only Christ not answering her, the disciples are saying, right? Think about this. These loving individuals that's following Christ, right? Christ's supposed to come back and love and hug on everybody. He answered her not a word. His disciples saying, send her away. Get rid of this. Think about it. The disciples straight up, the disciples saying, get rid of this bitch. Right? And then if you look at 24, it says, but he answered, look, after the disciples said something, she crying and she following him, right? She behind him, she begging. He didn't say nothing. He didn't acknowledge her. And then the disciples said something like, damn, send this chick away. She up here following us. The hell wrong with her? Right? Because they not even checking into her issue. Right? And Christ, once the disciples spoke to him, Christ said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's a cold-blooded, shut your mouth. He said, I am not sent but for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This for my people. This is for my people. Right? That's music right there. That's music to your ear. This is for my people. I'm not, look, I don't give a damn about nobody else. Right? And look at this. If you look at the next thing Christ said, right? He said, it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs. So not only is he saying, one is that this is only for my people. He said, I'm not about to give what the children need to be nourished off of and give it to dogs. Now I got a question, sir. What's a female dog? So Christ said, I'm not about to give it to you bitches, because she said her and her daughter, right? So he called dogs because he was speaking about her and her daughter, right? So imagine Christ's return. You know, you Lord, I know you. Shut up, bitch. Let's keep this going, sir. So
I'd like to add just one more part to this,
please.
And it's such a beautiful thing to be, you know, a child of God, to be Black, Hispanic, or Indigenous. Like you imagine a child standing beside Christ as he's saying this, and you sitting there hungry as hell. You're sitting there, you're sick, your family's sick. Your nation is destroyed because of the Romans and the Greeks. All these people around you oppressing your people. And this white lady comes up to Christ, begging Christ for something. Meanwhile, you got the disciples and the children sitting right beside Christ. And Christ is like, nah, this ain't for you. You know how good that must feel?
This ain't for you.
You know what I mean? Like you got some real ailments as a nation. And instead of Christ, you know, giving out this portion to another nation, he's like, no, let me take care of my people. They need it, they need me. That's why I'm here.
You know what that is, sir? Think about this. You over in Windsor, right? So you got neighbors that's, you know, they not in the UPK, And on top of that, they not a part of the 12 tribes, right? And imagine your children is dealing with, you know, whatever they're dealing with. You know, your children hungry, right? There's a famine going on. Your children hungry. You got just enough food. Matter of fact, you may have more than enough food to feed your family, because now, you know, hey, y'all, come in the house. Come in the house. That's what you do. Come in the house. Once y'all come in the house, y'all go in, eat, you know, have y'all fair share, right? Then y'all go back outside to, you know, and play, right? So now the kids is back outside playing. They're seeing your kids is getting fat. Their kids is shrinking. They say, oh, sorry, why? Let us get some food, because, you know, we know you got food because your kids ain't losing weight. We know you got food because your kids' hair ain't falling out. Your kids ain't got the rice belly. You know what the rice belly is, right? The rice belly is if you ever watch those Feed the Little Africans when the fly be walking across their eye in the commercial, or watch those commercials, they feed them rice and they be skinny as hell and their bellies be big as fuck, right? But they got beer bellies, right? Yeah. So they looking like that. Your kids walking around here healthy because, you know, you listen to Commanding General Yohana and you done stored your food up. You know, we got food boxes here in the ISUPK. Look, we have food boxes down here in the ISUPK, right? So guess what? Our people gonna eat, right? We have gardens, farms. Think about the things we have right here in the ISUPK. We got gardens, we got farms, you know. We got sisters and brothers that can make everything from clothes in the house to build cars, right? You got brothers that can make different type of fuels. You got brothers that's engineers and architects. You got sisters that's engineers and lawyers and architects. Think about the doctors and the nurses. Think about the skill set we have right here in the ISUPK. All we have to do is what the scripture says and just come together if something was to attack this nation, right? We come together, our kids is gonna be running around enjoying themselves and having fat, full bellies. And you know what's gonna happen? Some Edomite and some what's that? What's the ones? The East Indians, Elamites, the Edomite or Elamites, you know, one of them gonna come up and you know, because they holy cow ain't working no more because, you know, we done ate that motherfucker. Like, this is a holy cow, eat it. You what? Look, the cow is holy. No, the cow is steak, nigga. Like, right? He don't want to eat the cow, so now he don't want to eat the cow. His family and them died because his family has passed away because he didn't want to eat the cow. You know what we gonna do? Well, since he don't want to eat this cow, it's gonna be a Shariwan house, and it's gonna be steak on the table. It's gonna be some roast. It's gonna be some oxtails. Right. So, sir, it was another song. Right. You know, speaking of songs, like I said, we use songs for, you know, warnings. You know, you got wade in the water. You got another song, Swing Low, Sweet Chariots. I know you're familiar with that one.
Oh, I didn't pull that one up. I got
And like we use these, and the reason why I bring these songs up, because I'm going to bring up the old music of how we use this music to protect, to flee, to support, you know, to do all things, to navigate, to escape. We used it for faith, freedom, spirituality. We used all these songs for that, right? And these songs were helping us, you know, deal with the pain of being in this oppression, right? And now I'm going to bring up the songs that we, you know, that's going on now that we listening to, and look how, and do a comparison of how these songs destroy us when the songs used to uplift us. The music we sang used to uplift us. Now the music is destroying us. And you can see our community, not just the economic, but health-wise, spiritually, educationally, you can see that trend run with the music that we listen to. You got that song, sir?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, so we're understand is this song was like, you know, swing low, sweet chariots. So what are the chariots? Well, your government calls them UFOs. They call them unidentified objects, or what they call them, UAPs now, sir? They call them UAPs. So with your government calling these chariots UFOs or UAPs, let me pull up a scripture that understands that shows you that we've always known that the chariots were to come back. We're going to come back and collect us. Let me see. Hold on. Wait. I got to find them. We've always known that the Lord is going to send for us. Think about it. The Lord is going to send for us with chariots, right? What they call UFOs. And the reason why the government wants to keep that UFO away from you, because he don't want you to look in these scriptures and see UFOs in this scripture. Because what happens if you see UFOs in the scripture? Think about it. What will happen if you see UFOs in the scripture? That'll be like you finding out Christ is black in the scriptures.
Yeah, God. And so like, I've been seeing it more and more at these government meetings, where different government officials are speaking on these unidentified, what's it called? Unidentified object, UFOs. All these sightings that keep taking place. It's damn near, I wonder just with the internet, with all the information that's, constantly coming out, it's like they can't not speak about it.
So real quick, sir, if I may,
sure.
I'm just going to give out a couple of scriptures. Let's see how much time we get. I'm going to give out a couple of scriptures, and if we get a chance to go over them, right? These are the chariot scriptures. Just a couple of them real quick. You got Zechariah 5, verses 1 through 4. You have Ezekiel 1 and 16. I think it's 1 and 16 through 17. And then you got Ezekiel 1 and 22, and there's one in Isaiah. Is it 66? I don't know. What's the one in Isaiah?
I'm not sure. I'm thinking about the one in Ezekiel. I might pull that scripture up.
The one in Ezekiel? The roll up on the roll?
Yeah. You grab Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 16.
Ezekiel 1 and 16. I mentioned that one.
Okay, come.
So let me pull that one. Ezekiel 1 and 16. So you got Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 16. It says, the appearance of the wheels and their work was like unto the color of a beryl. And they four had one likeness, and the appearance and their work was as it was a wheel in the middle of a wheel, right? So think about when you see these UFOs. Oh, you got it, sir?
Yeah, Connor. That's every, what do you call it, flying saucer that's ever been drawn in every movie. You know what I mean? Like it's a wheel within a wheel. You know what I mean? That is exactly what a chariot of the Most High looks like. And when we were singing this Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, the chariots in the scriptures have always been known. Reading from them, I think all the way back as early as Exodus, coming out of Egypt, there has always been chariots in the Bible. you know, a wheel within a wheel. And make no mistake, like these beasts operating these mechanisms, these angels are black. You know what I mean? They're like in the color of bronze, brass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And these were the things that our ancestors saw. And these were the things that, you know, our ancestors prayed about. Swing low, sweet chariot, because, you know, we looking forward to those chariots for our protection, our military. You know what I mean? These things are all throughout the Bible. You were gonna say something?
No, sir, I was just listening to you.
God. Yeah, like these things right here, and you Salaki, you hear about, you know, how these government officials say that they see these UFOs, you know, come out the sky. You know, how they move at their lightning speed, moving straight up and down, side to side. They say they don't got an aircraft, you know, known to man that can move the way these things do.
If I may, sir.
God.
You know, I like to watch all these different UFO documentaries and stuff like that because it's funny to me. Because not one time, except in one documentary, have they spoke about the they always tell you there's little green men in these damn things. Right? Now, there was a documentary that speaks about a ship landing on a chariot landing on a military base. And they landed on this military base, and they said black men came out of this ship. It looked like black men that was like 6'5", 6'8". And they said that these men had the look in their eyes as if they had never been conquered. Imagine the look a person have to have in their demeanor that you say, oh shit, this person has never been conquered. This person, you know, this being has never been conquered. This being has never been oppressed. And the look, petrified and terrified. You know, this is an Esau documentary, so you know, I don't know how true or false it may be, right? But I've heard it on different sources and different accounts, so I kind of believe that it's true. They said that over 100 black men, you know, muscular, carrying weapons that they had never seen before. And they had the look in their eyes as if they had never been conquered. I could see if I could find that video if you would like to.
Yeah, send that to me if you could. That's heavy. You know what I mean? This isn't a topic I ever get too much into. You know what I mean? And there was one time I was at home. I mean, this is a personal thing. You know, and I saw some things in the sky, and I'm watching it move. You know, you can tell the vehicle has lights on it or whatever, and I'm watching this thing move, and I'm like, what is that? You know what I mean? And whether it was a helicopter, some, you know, military jet, or whether it was a UFO from the Most High, either way, that is something that is glorious to look forward to. You know what I mean? It's something. It's almost like you ever picture like being in trouble or maybe you're about to get jumped. Say you're walking down an alley and you see five men kind of scoping you out, and you take a wrong turn down the wrong street, and now you're like, shit. You're thinking in your head like, oh, I just fucked up. I came down the wrong road. And all of a sudden, it's like Big Brother pulls up, you know, in a vehicle, and all of a sudden, you know you're safe. You know there's safety. That's what those UFOs are to blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous. You know what I mean? That's what those UFOs are to a spiritual man. To know that one day you got, you know, what is it, 2 million angels gonna crack the sky at a moment's notice and destroy your oppressor. Like, that is a powerful army that we have on our side, Alpha. You know, and those chairs really are a beautiful thing.
Sir, if you give me 2 minutes, I'm gonna try to find the minute point of where the was the doctor it was Dr. Stephen Greer, and it was a Netflix documentary. And I won't give me a minute. I'm gonna try to find it where he said that it was black men on the ship. Give me a second.
No, sir. I'm gonna play the song while we're waiting. You know, we can always go back, go over it, but I'm gonna play this song while we wait.
Well, it's I'm gonna send you the video, and we go to the 1 minute mark, like the 1 minute and 15 second mark.
Sure.
Right. So, you know, we spoke about, our people sang about these, you know, chariots, which our government misidentifies them as unidentified flying objects. Think about it. Everything about the black man is always mis or unidentified, right? Your origins started in slavery, misidentified, right? The black man is dangerous, misidentified. The black man is a horrible father, misidentified. You know what I'm saying? The white man either, you know, doesn't see you or he misidentifies you to the point where to them, if a black man has a Subway sandwich, it looks like a gun. If a cell phone, it looks like a gun. If a black man holds his hands up and say, I need help, it looks like he's being vicious and he's attacking whatever member of police authority that they encounter. Right? If I may, sir, do you want to do the song first and then go to the video?
Sure, yeah, I'll play the song. I'm just pulling the song.
Okay, yeah, we can play the song. I could talk through the song while it's playing.
Sure.
Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
Swing low, the chariot fly low, right? So chariots on the ground don't have to swing low because they're already on the ground. So they're talking about, you know, what the government misidentifies as a flying saucer, right? Swing low so I can hop on this saucer. So we knew that these chariots were going to deliver our people up out of destruction and oppression. Can you put the play, continue, please, sir?
Sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see?
Look over Jordan. So you looking over Jordan, looking over a body of water. When you look, if anybody in Detroit and Windsor, when you look over a body of water, what do you see? You see the body of water, but you also see the sky. So this song doesn't say this chariot came out the water. It came out the sky. Go ahead, please, sir.
To carry me home. I saw a band of angels.
Band of angels
coming after me. Coming for to carry me home.
That's why I sing, swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home.
That's all I had on that. Right. So we understand, you know, we've understood through the years, you know, through ages, that the chariots, and the Bible speak of the chariots, that the chariots, right? The Lord, the Most High God, is going to send these chariots back to redeem us, to pick us up. Now, the next video that we're going to show you is a documentary that was on Netflix. The interview with what's that punk name? Vad, whatever his name is. He interviewed Dr. Stephen Greer, and Dr. Stephen Greer he works for the government as their UFO specialists, right? Why would you need a UFO specialist if these chariots don't exist, right? So if you go to like the minute 10 mark, sir.
Guys who came and they swore everybody the secret, and they took the alien survivors away, and they took all of the people. If you can go into as much detail about what was found, how real you know that situation to be, because then I want to bring it to the propulsion and the energy sources that you spoke about, but it all starts there.
It actually didn't start there. That was 1947. There were apparently a couple of crash retrieval events in the late 30s and 40s. We know at the Trinity site in 1945, and shortly after we detonated the first atomic bomb, there was a craft that was downed or came down in that area that we retrieved. But 1947 is the most celebrated one. That one, there were actually 3 extraterrestrial vehicles involved. We had we have a document, you'll see it in my book, Unacknowledged, which goes with the documentary Unacknowledged. You can see all these for free.
The Unacknowledged is the name of the Netflix documentary, and it also explains that there were black men on these ships. We can continue, please.
On Amazon Prime and whatever. But it describes a new radar system that we had put in now at Roswell. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the sort of military speak here. A radar system, you and I think of it as just something that sends out a beam, and it bounces off the skin of an aircraft, and you trace it. Those systems can also have an active directional energy warfare system attached to it or associated with it, either within the system or very nearby. So that when something is painted or tracked on radar, it's
the minute 15, because I got to pull it up here. Hold on.
You go from a minute 10 to 3 minutes.
No, 1 minute and 15 seconds is where I.
Secret, and they took the alien survivors away, and they took all of the people. If you can go into as much detail about what was found, how real you know that situation to be, because then I want to bring it to the propulsion and the energy sources that you spoke about, but it all starts.
I almost had the wrong minute mark. So I got to find it again. Just if you give me a second, give me a couple minutes.
No sweat. I'm gonna read that verse one more time in Exodus finish reading it out again. It was Exodus 15 and verse 1, and it said, Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. You know what I mean? What does it look like to triumph gloriously? Those chariots coming out of the sky. Those angels coming out of the sky and destroying our oppressor. It says, the horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. Who threw the horse and the rider into the sea? You know what I mean? There's a scripture that says, you know, that the Most High doesn't get off his throne. You know, all the Most High has to do is give an order. And an angel is going to go and fulfill that order. That's how the Most High operates. Those chariots came out the sky. Those angels came out the sky, and they protected us. That was a beautiful song unto the Lord. Verse 2 says, the Lord is my strength and song. You know, those are the things that we got to sing as a people. You know, the Lord is my strength and my song. It's not singing to, you know, some white Jesus that's going to come out the sky and hug everybody. We're singing to the Lord, you know, for our protection. We're praying for the Lord's army to protect us and destroy our enemies. It says, and he has become my salvation. That's what salvation has always been all throughout the Bible. Not only is salvation a beautiful song, but salvation is something that a people who are put into captivity need. To be saved from the hands that hate us, like it says in the book of Luke chapter 1, verse 7. To be saved from those that hate us. That's a beautiful song right there. It says, he is my God, and I will prepare him an habitation. My Father is God, and I will exalt him. The Lord is a man of war.
Damn right.
The Lord is his name. That's who the Most High is. Most High is a man of war. He is a man. He is masculine, has a masculine spirit. Like Christ said, he's a father. A good father protects his children. A good father goes to war for his children. Goes to war for his family. You understand? Like, sing low, sweet, sweet chariot. Good night. I don't think people, and that's what does it say? That war between the Most High and Satan, what it lasted it lasted from like the blink of an eye. A lightning bolt went off and the war was done. Because 2 million chariots, 2 million angels coming up the sky to fight for us. These devils don't have a chance.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? This devil right here, you know, about to speak on some of the things that is this what he personally saw?
This is what he said he personally saw. I'm trying to find he didn't personally, Dr. Stephen Greer didn't personally see it. He documents the any of the sightings of alien aircraft is what they call it, or UFO aircraft, and anybody that encounters those aircrafts. So he documents and all those sightings, right?
And so him and like everybody else that documents these sightings, they always speak on the advanced technology of these chariots. Always. You know, they scratch their heads on Habawan because they can't fathom where this technology came from. And you got to understand how, what's the word? How troubling it is for Esau, because this man is blessed with the sword. He is blessed with military might. That is the greatest thing he is good at. There's nobody better at unaliving than Esau.
Not at all.
You militarize a piece of paper. Shoot, you'll take a pencil, wrap it up in some special elastic. Next you know, he's firing some little, pencil at 200 miles an hour that can pierce skin. You know what I mean? It'd take you out in the throat. You know what I mean? Like he will weaponize anything. So for this man to look at this, these chariots, these UFOs, and just be in awe of the things that they're capable of doing, that's a what's that word? That's quite the accomplishment. You know what I mean? Yeah, so like you almost got that?
Yeah, I'm about to send it to you right now.
Oh, we got a different video?
I got it, but I don't have the minute marker of it. But the video is only like 3 minutes long. So we can check it out real quick. And the video that I'm looking for, this is like Norman Begrin, right? He was one of those NASA scientists. With him being a NASA scientist, right? They tried to bury this information, right, about who was on these ships. Think about this. The government has been telling us that, these are UFOs. The Bible tells us that it's chariots. So if the Bible tells us that it's just chariots, who you listen to? You want to listen to the government? You want to listen to the Bible? Well, the government told you that Christ was a white man with blonde hair in a toga, right? In the toga, going, right? So who do you believe, the Bible or the government? Right. So if I may, sir, he said that these guys were black people that were 7 feet tall. So it's a bunch of, think about who do you know is 7 feet tall? You got Shaq, you got individuals that tall on this here chariot.
Is there a minute marker you want me to go through?
I don't have the minute marker. It's only 3 minutes. We'll play it real quick and go through it because he explains it throughout. Now the white guy right there that's the NASA scientist Norma Begborn. You can hit play, sir.
Okay, but if there are craft, there are beings.
Okay, people have asked me about, I call them vehicles, okay?
Right.
No, I did not call them objects. That was too neuter for me.
Okay.
I had a Stanford professor said you ought to call them objects. No, they have all of the qualities of a vehicle. They can move. They're just like a missile or anything like that. So that much we can say about them, for sure.
Okay.
So I'm calling it a vehicle.
Okay.
Okay, somebody comes along and says, well, now where would you manufacture one that's 2.5 Earth lengths long? And that's a hard question to answer.
So are you not positing the idea that those vehicles contain, beings who are, maybe like us?
Yeah, I only go along with government images. And if you want to know about people kind of thing, there is the ship that picked up the Voyager capsule at Alameda Naval Shipyard, and they have a picture there of I think it's the Apollo flight that Bugs and Neil were on. But anyway, there is one image there that shows black people getting off.
Yeah.
What you say, sir?
You hear that part?
Yeah, run that back just 1 second. I mean, a couple of seconds so we can hear how he described these individuals.
He straight up said black people.
Yeah.
But anyway, there is one image there that shows black people getting off.
Whoop, this what people getting off?
So people with
That shows black people getting off. That shows black people getting off.
So my question is this, sir. Pause it right there for a second before we listen to the rest of the video. Why would an Edomite say that they're black people getting off these chariots? Right? Understand, if you look at this, she's asking them questions. This video is buried. Right? This video was buried. See how much searching I had to do. I had to go onto my black websites, dark web, to find these. Right? If I met, what'd you say?
No, keep going.
So understand is that the Christian church don't bring up the chariots when they teach you in their synagogues of Satan. They don't bring up the chariots, right? They don't bring up that the angels were black, the prophets were black, that Christ is black. They don't bring those things up, right? And they damn sure didn't bring up to you what this white man is saying right now, that those individuals that stepped off of those chariots were black. If you would continue to play it, sir.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark, black.
Black skin.
Black. Yeah.
Were they tall?
Yes.
Very tall?
Yeah.
How tall? Do you know?
Well, they got out the doorway. I don't know how high that is.
Black people. You look like she was getting turned on, huh, boy?
Now you notice that, sir. You notice that he don't know that he's being recorded. Because if think about it, when you know you're being recorded, you look into the camera.
Yeah.
He has to look into the camera at one time, right? And I think she's sneaking, trying to record this information, because now, like, she glanced over at the camera and they zoomed in at him. So I don't know if he knows he's being recorded. Did you have something, sir?
No, I'll keep at it. Almost done.
Please.
Well, what?
Safe. 7 feet would be probably a conservative estimate.
Have you heard about Clark McClellan's statement about that?
No.
Oh, you haven't? Have you ever been in touch with him?
No.
No?
There is one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark, black.
Black skin.
Really black.
Were they tall?
Yes.
Very tall?
Yeah.
How tall? Do you know?
Well, they got out the doorway. I don't know how high that is, but
Well, what?
it's safe. 7 feet would be probably a conservative estimate.
And the reason why I wanted to bring that particular video up because the NOI has a video that they're commentating on that video, right? And I didn't want their perspective on it. I wanted our people to see the pure raw footage of what was going on. Now, we're speaking about the music that, you know, brought out the chariots that said sweet, low, sweet chariots, the warnings. You know, we're in the time now that the music that's coming out now, right? One is that it's controlled by the Amalekites, right? The Karzans. Can I say that, sir? The music that's being released right now is being released that we listen to. They're being controlled by our enemies. So our enemies are not going to allow our people to put out music that uplifts our people. Because guess what? They are attached to the prison system. Right? I wish that what was that guy named? Bone from Bone Thug and Harmony. He was told, he has a video. We might have to do a part 2 of this, sir. Because there's some things that we need to bring out. So we might have to bring, and I'm gonna pull a video with Bone Thugs and Harmony member, and he says that they told them that they need to make more music that is more destructive to our people because they're invested. They're invested. The people that produces them are invested in the prison systems. With them being invested in the prison system, they want more people in prisons.
I heard about that. We definitely got to get more into this.
So you know we might have to carry on a part 2 to this, just so that we can bring out everything. So you got something else?
No, that's it. If you could close it, so
I have to get over to I can close. I can stop it, or you want me to close them?
Yeah, just stop it. You understand? So
all right.
For everybody tuning in. All right. Make sure you hit that like button. It's so important. All right. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, share these classes. All right. There's another Monday night history class. The water for everybody in the chat who tuned in, who dropped a comment. We appreciate you coming in and supporting this truth. All right. So with that, to the brothers, I'm going to say Shalom, Yahweh Shabbat, and to all the sisters, Yahweh Shabbat, Yahweh Shabbat, the water for tuning in, Israel. We're out. All right. Shalom.